everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabina. I am a solo esthetician, and today I just wanted to do a quick video on some of the systems and tools that I use to make my business run. My first tool that I use is Gloss Genius. I use that for my appointments. I know there's a lot of different systems out there like Bergaro, Booksy, Square, but I absolutely love Gloss Genius. It's just a big combination of notifications like to your clients. You can set up of how frequent you want them to be notified of their appointment. They can confirm on the app. You could set up different ways that you want to confirm. So if a client wants to set up an appointment, you can make sure that they can automatically set that up, or they can actually request an appointment, then you have to approve it. So there's a lot of different things that happen with the app, and it's absolutely amazing. And it's actually one of the lowest processing fees out there. So I think it's like 2.6, where I think Square is 2.7. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's actually lower than Square for sure. And I've been like having a great time with it. Like I love it. Probably won't switch systems even if I grow. So yeah, so I love Gloss Genius. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box for a code if you want to try it out for a couple days and then use my code to actually sign up for it. So to see what, just to see if you like it. It's actually $24 per month. So that I think falls in line with some of the other programs that might be a little higher. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the $24 is definitely worth it to make my business run as smooth as it does. Second tool that I use is Squarespace. So I use that for my website. I love Squarespace. I love its sleek design. I love the aesthetic of it all. So Squarespace has always been my go-to for any of the websites that I've built before, any websites I've built for anybody else. Like, I absolutely love Squarespace. I just love the aesthetic of it. I know there's a lot of other programs out there like Wix and all of that, but for me, Squarespace does it. Annually, I believe it is about $200 to $300. So just depending on how robust the hosting is. So if you want the ability to create a store on your website, I know that's an extra fee. So it just depends on what you're looking for, and you can kind of go from there and build it up. But I love the aesthetic of Squarespace. Probably won't change that either. Third is MileageWise. So this year I'm going to do better at tracking my mileage. It's just something that I'm not used to, but I just want to make sure if I'm going to start it early. So this is the new year. I'm going to go ahead and try to record any trips that I do to the shop, any trips that I do to buy supplies for my studio, any clients that I meet outside of my studio, any business meetings that I'm having. So like, I'm just trying to make sure if I'm in work mode, that I know that I'm recording my mileage. MileageWise is actually really cool. So I do manual inputs, but I know there is an option to actually do an automated. So like you turn on, there's like a Bluetooth connection, then also like a car sensoring. So like it senses like when you're driving, and then it'll track from that location and then stop recording when you reach your destination, when it feels that you're walking. So it's a really cool app. There's a lot of different ones out on the market too. I tried this one. I think it claims as one of the ones that it's that the IRS most recognizes. So we'll see how it goes, but I just want to get better at that because I know there's some extra savings that I could do with the year and using this app by tracking my mileage. So we're gonna see how that goes. Sideline I use for my phone. So this was a decision. Oh, I wanted to mention MileageWise is free. So far you could do a subscription, but I've been using it and it's free. So just a quick note on that. So moving on to my phone. So I use Sideline for my phone. That is not free. That is actually $9.99 per month, and depending on if you use the basic version or the Pro version, it varies. So I think basic is $9.99 and then the Pro is about $14, I think. But I've been loving that as well. So it was a decision to when I was thinking like for phone numbers and things like that. So it was a decision to either get a actual physical new phone to use that for the business, or forward calls to my current phone and just like answer it appropriately. So I decided to just do the forwarding because I didn't want to, you know, have the expense of a new phone. And honestly, like carry 2 phones and, you know, all of that. So essentially what Sideline does is you pick a phone number that it has a local area code for you. So that's a nice part, you know, if your phone number, your personal phone number doesn't. So it generates a phone number for you that has the local area code, and then you could promote that as a phone number. So anybody dials that number, it goes to your phone. But then you could see that it's, you know, Sideline, a call from Sideline calling, so basically the business. So then you can answer appropriately. It's amazing. You could text through it. You can send messages. I've had clients reach out to me that way. I've had clients just like, you know, send me quick messages and updates about different things. So I've been really enjoying using that. I think it was a really good solution, a great solution, honestly, instead of like trying to get a different phone. But so far I'm going to try that. I used it for about half of the year last year, and then I'm going to use it the remainder of this year just to see how it goes. But I've been really liking that. There are some other programs. I know like Ring Central is another one that you could use. I think Ring Central is about like $24 per month, but and I know it has like a lot of different features, but I just like this one. It's a simple, it's easy to use. Yeah, so I really enjoy Sideline. I use smart receipts for my receipt savings. So that's something that I've have always really been good at, of just like tracking my receipts and putting them to systems and like keeping a hold of them. But smart receipt just made it a lot easier. So essentially what Smart Receipt does is you can enter the receipt manually, or you can take a physical picture of it, because you know sometimes like the ink on the receipt, if it's been a couple of months, it'll fade. So you could take a quick picture of it, enter the information, and then it uploads it to the app. So from the app, at the end of the year, you can actually pull the report for the entire year based on different categories and things like that. So, and that's the other nice part. You could create your own categories. It does give you like a starting list of some, just like different expense categories, but you could create your own, update it to make it fit your needs. But it's been super, super helpful because I would just want to make sure to keep it, that part of the business, like nice and orderly, and make it easier for my CPA at the end of the year. So far it's been really, really good. I'm going to use it to do my taxes this year. But Smart Receipt, I think, is like an easy yes. That one is, I believe it's free. I've been using it for the last couple months, so I just want to double check, but because I'm not sure if it charges you to like export the report. That's my only thing. That's the only caveat that I'm like, that I need to figure out. But so far it's been really, really helpful. And I think even if like, if you have to pay for the export, it's not gonna be that expensive. Again, really helpful tool of just like keeping receipts in order, because that can get pretty crazy. Like my monthly routine is setting a date on my calendar. So at the end of the month, I input all the receipts from the prior month. For that month, it's not the prior month, for that month. So I have a folder in my house that anytime I go somewhere, and even the gas station, go to the gas station, I got supplies for the business, something, take those receipts, boom, put in that folder, put it aside. And then at the end of the month, on the 30th or 31st, so I sit down and I go through each receipt and put into the system. And then when I'm done with that, I collect all those receipts and put them in a box somewhere. So it's just been an easy system that I've been able to create, and has been keep me like really, really organized. So just a little tip on how to manage your receipts in preparation for taxes. Last but not least, I use Canva. I know Canva is definitely a popular one, but I use Canva for a lot of my social media creations a lot. I use Canva to create my business cards. I use Canva for a lot of different reasons, and it's been such a helpful tool because you could do the basic version, which gives you a lot of access to a lot of their tools, honestly, and then, or you could do the pro version. I've done the pro version on and off for the last couple years. Super helpful. That is, I believe, $12.99 a month. Again, great resource. I think that's kind of like a no-brainer. I believe everybody kind of is like familiar with Canva, but really easy tool to use, really simple to edit and like make, you know, pretty Instagram stories, Instagram feed posts, anything that you need, honestly. Like I use it even to create my like YouTube posts, YouTube like thumbnails. So Canva is a really good tool. if you're not going to use anything, I say put that in your like repertoire, because that is definitely something that will come in handy at the end of the day. All right, guys, so that was my resources and my tools that I use to make my business run. I hope, you know, I was able to provide like a tip or a new program that you never heard of, or just, you know, provide a solution of something that you've been looking for. So I really hope this helped. Definitely don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, if you have any questions, you know, put them in the comment box down below, and I'll be happy to help any way I can.